Hello, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Soul Sessions. Soul Sessions Through the Eyes of Us is a safe space for the panel to discuss various local and global events and provide information on current topics that affect African Americans. Disclaimer, the opinions voiced on this program do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of KOYO, its staff, volunteers, board of directors, or underwriters. However, I am your host, Daniel Whitaker, aka the project coordinator at the African American Family and Cultural Center, and with me I have...
Hi, my name is McKenna and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator here at the Center.
Excellent. And today we'll be discussing men's mental health. Without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. Do you identify as a man? Do you feel irritable, isolated, or withdrawn? Do you find yourself working all the time or drinking too much? These unhealthy coping strategies may be clues that you have male depression. Depression can affect men and women differently. When depression occurs in men, it may be masked by unhealthy coping behaviors. For a number of reasons, male depression often goes undiagnosed and can have devastating consequences when it goes untreated. But male depression usually gets better with treatment.
Manning up is not the answer. Surveys from around the world show that men everywhere find it difficult to open up about mental health. Though they are significantly more at risk of attempting suicide than women, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention also cited 2018 data noting in that year alone, men died by suicide 3.56 times more often than women in the United States. Men of color and men of diverse racial and ethnic backgrounds face additional challenges when it comes to looking after their mental health. According to Professor Norman Bruce Anderson, former CEO of the American Psychological Association, in the U.S., Black and Latino men are 6 times more likely to be murdered than their white peers. Professor Anderson also notes that American Indian men are the demographic most likely to attempt suicide, and that Black men are most likely to experience incarceration.
According to Dr. Octavio Martinez Jr., the effect of these disparities on the mental health of people of color and of diverse ethnic and racial backgrounds is a double whammy. Specialists also point out that men and women can experience different symptoms of the same mental health issues. This, they say, may be partly a side effect of divergent views of mental health. For instance, NIMH specialists explain that some men with depression hide their emotions and may seem angry, irritable, or aggressive, while other women may seem sad or express sadness.
They also note that some symptoms of depression are physiological, such as racing heart, digestive issues, or headaches. And men are more likely to see their doctor about physical symptoms than emotional symptoms, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, also known as NIMH. The organization also note that self-medicating with alcohol and other substances is a common symptom of depression among men, and that this can exacerbate mental health problems and increase the risk of developing other health conditions. The first step in addressing these issues, researchers argue, is enhancing education about mental health.
In a recent study, the researchers emphasized the importance of disrupting how men traditionally think about depression and suicide by breaking down the stigma that surrounds these topics through nationwide campaigns. They also explained that it is important to help men change the idea of receiving support from a moment of weakness to a necessary step in maintaining one aspect of health that is as important as any other. Another step in providing better support for men, the UBC researchers say, is changing the landscape of care for mental health by offering community-based programs that offer counter risk factors for mental health problems, such as a sense of isolation among older people.
But no intervention is complete until it accounts for the groups that face systematic marginalization, such as men of color and those of diverse ethnic and racial backgrounds. Specialists have found that Black men in the U.S. are more likely to seek support in informal settings, such as places of worship. Based on this, they have suggested a quote from Dr. Martinez: "Stigma, faith, men and boys seek resilience and mental health self-care remodeled by their fathers, brothers, teachers, faith leaders, and friends," he says.
If you have suicidal thoughts, or if you think you may hurt yourself or attempt suicide, get help right now. Call 911 or your local emergency number immediately. Call a suicide hotline in the U.S. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. Or you can use its web chat on suicidepreventionlifeline.org/chat.
If you are feeling suicidal, but you aren't immediately thinking of hurting yourself, seek help. Reach out to a close friend or loved one, even though it may be hard to talk about your feelings. Contact a minister, spiritual leader, or someone in your faith community. Consider joining a men's health group that deals with depression. Call a suicide crisis center hotline. Make an appointment with your doctor or another primary care provider or mental health professional. Get help when you need it. Asking for help can be hard for men, but without treatment, depression is unlikely to go away, but it may get worse. Untreated depression can make you and the people close to you miserable. It can cause problems in every aspect of your life, including your health, career, relationships, and personal safety.
Depression, even if it's severe, usually improves with medications or psychological counseling or psychotherapy or both. If you or someone close to you thinks that you may be depressed, talk to your doctor or a mental health professional. It's a sign of strength to ask for advice or seek help when you need it. Male depression and coping skills. Treatment, including psychotherapy with a mental health professional, can help you learn healthy coping skills. These may include goals, to set realistic goals and prioritize tasks, seek out emotional support from a partner or family or friends, learn strategies for making social connections so that you can get involved in social activities, coping, learning ways to manage stress such as meditation and mindfulness, and develop problem-solving skills, decisions, delay making important decisions such as changing jobs until your depression symptoms improve, activities, engage in activities you typically enjoy such as ball games, fishing, or hobby.
Health. Try to stick to a regular schedule and make healthy lifestyle choices, including healthy eating and regular physical activity to help promote better mental health. Many effective treatments are available for depression, so don't try to tough out male depression on your own. The consequences could be devastating. 5 major mental health problems affecting men. Depression. Over 6 million men suffer from depression per year. Male depression often goes undiagnosed. Men are likely to report fatigue, irritability, loss of interest in work or hobbies rather than feelings of sadness or worthlessness, anxiety.
Approximately 19.1 million American adults ages 18 to 54 have anxiety disorder. 3,020,000 men have a panic disorder, agoraphobia, or any other phobia. Bipolar disorder. 2.3 million Americans are affected by bipolar disorder. An equal amount of men and women develop the illness. The age of onset for men is between 16 to 25 years old. Then you have psychosis and schizophrenia. Approximately 3.5 million people in the U.S. are diagnosed with schizophrenia and is one of the leading causes of disability. 90% of people who are diagnosed with schizophrenia by the age of 30 are men. And last but not least, we have eating disorders. Males account for an estimated 10% of patients with anorexia or bulimia, and an estimated 35% of those with binge eating disorder. Men with eating disorders are less likely to seek professional help than women. Also, really quick, just speaking to that first point of depression, it was saying that male depression goes undiagnosed and they're likely to report different symptoms than women, so that's definitely something to look out for. Going through some extreme life changes can affect a lot of different men in different ways. After talking to my therapist, I understood that I was experiencing symptoms of depression and I didn't even know, because I felt like I wasn't sad all the time or anything like that, but it was just manifesting in different ways, because you can only bottle it up so much. There's only so much air you can put in a top for a pop. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're going to get your help. Make sure that you're being cognizant of the different symptoms, because that's huge.
Tips for better mental health: mind, heart, belly, body, and spirit. Mind. Find a great therapist or other formal and informal mental health support services. This is not always easy, so here are some resources to help you along the way. Aim to belly laugh at least once a day. Instigate laughter by identifying the people, places, and things that inspire belly laughs and shamelessly pursuing them. Burn incense for some aromatherapy. Read books that take you to worlds of possibility and promise. Read quotes that inspire and ground you in your worthiness. Say daily mantras that affirm you. Tidy your space. A decluttered space can declutter your mind too. Watch online or TV programming with messaging that makes you feel enriched or empowered. Write in a journal. Unload everything on your mind on the page so you have a place to both release and return for insights.
Then you have art. You could doodle. Even if you're not an artist, it can help with relieving stress and inspiring your imagination. Draw how you feel. You may be amazed at how you can express your feelings more effectively with images than words. Finger paint with extensive paints. The combination of getting your fingers dirty and playing in colors may calm you. And then you can learn a dance routine in the privacy of your own home. If you're not a good dancer, you can always memorize a song that you love and sing your heart out. Train yourself to notice creative things in everyday life. Art is everywhere. Noticing could open you up to the unexpected beauty of the world around you and help interrupt negative self-talk. And last but not least, write an affirmation letter to yourself.
Belly. Cook some of your favorite meals. Drink lots of water. To make it easier, purchase an inexpensive water bottle and keep it with you. Eat meals with more natural green foods on the plate than anything else. Meal plan for the week. Dedicate 1 to 2 hours a week to plan out and cook your food for the week. This ensures that you are conscious of how you feed your worthy body throughout the week and helps you not make last-minute, likely unhealthy decisions like McDonald's will use, that easy stuff.
Ooh. And then your body. Make sure that you breathe. No, really. Take 1+ minutes to focus on your exhale and inhale. I found personally that with breathing, there was a journal prompt that said, after I take 5 deep breaths, how do I feel? And it genuinely puts you in a different mental space sometimes. Like if you just sit for a second, take 5 deep breaths, like the amount of clarity you can have is just, it's life-changing. And then you have daily stretches. Let's face it, a lot of us sit a lot of good stretch helps with blood flow and will make your body feel a little bit better. Recently I've been practicing my egg. Y'all should definitely get into some kind of Tai Chi or some kind of movement, yoga, heated yoga. It's some interesting resources in there for y'all to see, man. So go ahead and handle that, right? And then you have exercise. Get your adrenaline going with start small with 10 minutes a day. Gain momentum and add from there. Right now I'm doing the 75 hard challenge, so I'm supposed to be working 2 times a day, but that's difficult. You're supposed to work 2 times a day, 1 inside and 1 outside, both 45 minutes at a time. And it's doable. My homie's doing basketball in the evening and he's doing the gym in the morning. I'm trying to do, jump rope in the morning and combat in the evening. So just figure out whatever works best for you. And you know what I'm saying? Get out and get active. Set an alarm and go to bed. 8 hours plus of sleep is what you need. Yes, you read right. Set the alarm for when you should start to go to bed so that you can understand when you need to start that routine. Because if you don't have a nightly routine
or a morning routine.
Then you out here rocking. And then take a warm bath or a hot shower. Treat yourself with a self-massage or a paid massage if money allows you. For self-massage, you can focus on your neck, your shoulders, your legs, and your scalp. Yes, you can massage your legs, my guy. Do that.
Spirit. Create healthy boundaries. A friendship turned toxic, a job overtaking your entire life. Strategize how you can create some more spaces for yourself. Then give yourself permission to try to do so. Do mirror work. Go in front of the mirror and tell yourself how valuable you are. Repeat it until you believe it more and more. Never did this before, try it out next time you're brushing your teeth. Those affirmations work, gotta tell you. Get into nature. Walk barefoot in grass. Try to see a sunset or sunrise. There's infinite wisdom in nature. Schedule time for play/fun. Even if it's rare, plan it. You deserve time that's just for you, that makes you smile really big. Scream. Scream into a pillow to release some stress. If money allows, buy a punching bag and take it out on that. Take care of your plants. Something about seeing a live thing grow with the right amount of water and sun can remind us to take care of ourselves as well. You are that plant. Remember to water. Remember to water and feed yourself and get sunlight. You were just like a plant. Guys too. This goes for everybody. Worship and pray if you believe in Jesus. And it's an alignment with your spiritual practice that fortifies you. Write things that you are grateful for. Gratitude can shift your focus to abundance.
And that pretty much wraps it up for the men's mental health portion. Fellas, you want to make sure that you, like I said, understand what your symptoms are. Understand, once you get a grasp of what's going on in your life, and you can start pinpointing where it is that your stress is coming from, where it is that those mental blocks, that pressure is coming from, and you might be able to alleviate it. So there may be an amount of organization that could go into decluttering your mind or decluttering your stress areas, if you will. Without further ado, we will slide into the lead portion of our show. LEAD stands for Leadership, Equity, Action, and Development. And today with the LEAD show, we'll actually be talking about tobacco use and quitting among individuals with behavioral health conditions. We're going to slide right into it because we want to make sure that y'all ain't, y'all ain't falling asleep on us. Adults with mental health or substance use disorders, i.e. behavioral health conditions, smoke cigarettes more than adults without these disorders. Mental health disorders are conditions that affect a person's thinking, feeling, mood, or behavior such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, or schizophrenia. Substance use disorders occur when frequent or repeated use of alcohol, drugs, or both cause significant impairment such as health problems, disability, and failure to meet responsibilities at work, school, or home.
Approximately 1 in 4 adults in the U.S. have some form of behavioral health condition, and these adults consume almost 40% of all cigarettes smoked by adults. Tobacco use prevalence among adults with mental health disorders. 34.6% of adults with any mental illness reported current use of tobacco in 2016 compared to 23% of adults who have no mental illness. Individuals who have mood disorders, psychosis, anxiety disorders, developmental disorders, and substance use disorders are more likely to be addicted to nicotine than those without these disorders. Nicotine dependence has proven to be particularly challenging for individuals suffering from psychiatric disorders such as schizophrenia. Smoking prevalence was highest among those with schizophrenia, at least 90%.
Health effects. People with behavioral health conditions die about 5 years earlier than those without these disorders. Many of these deaths are caused by smoking cigarettes. Additionally, individuals with serious mental health disorders who smoke die almost 15 years earlier than individuals without these disorders who do not smoke. The most common causes of death among people with behavioral health conditions are heart disease, cancer, lung disease, and which all can be caused by smoking. People with behavioral health conditions who smoke cigarettes are 4 times more likely to die prematurely than those who do not smoke.
Nicotine has mood-altering effects that can temporarily mask the negative symptoms of mental health disorders. putting people with such disorders at higher risk for cigarette use and nicotine addiction. Tobacco smoke can interact with and inhibit the effectiveness of certain medications taken by patients with behavioral health conditions, often resulting in the need for higher medication doses to achieve the same therapeutic benefit. Secondhand smoke exposure. Only about half of mental health and 1/3 of substance use disorder treatment facilities report having smoke-free campuses.
Quitting behavior. Many individuals with behavioral health conditions want to quit smoking but may face extra challenges in successfully quitting and thus may benefit from extra help. People with mental health disorders are more likely to have stressful living conditions, have low annual household income, and lack access to health insurance, health care, and help in quitting. All these factors make it more challenging to quit. Fewer than half of mental health and substance use disorder treatment facilities in the United States offer evidence-based tobacco cessation treatments.
The tobacco industry has used multiple strategies to market cigarettes to populations with behavioral health conditions, including African American and the LGBTQ community. Some strategies summarized in CDC's Best Practices User Guide, Health Equity in Tobacco Prevention and Control include the following: developing relationships with and making financial contributions to organizations that work with persons with mental health disorders. Funding research to foster the myth that cessation would be too stressful because persons with mental health disorders use nicotine to alleviate negative moods, i.e. self-medicate. Provide free or reduced cost cigarettes to psychiatric facilities. Supporting efforts to block smoke-free psychiatric hospital policies. Creating marketing plans that target marginalized populations, including persons with mental health disorders. One example was Project SCUM, Subculture Urban Marketing, which was implemented in San Francisco in the mid-1990s. Cultural appropriate anti-smoking health marketing strategies and mass media campaigns like CDC's Tips for Former Smokers National Tobacco Education Campaign, as well as CDC's Recommend Tobacco Prevention and Control programs and policies can help reduce the burden of disease among people with mental illness.
Policy strategies. A number of policy strategies can be used in mental health and substance use disorder treatment facilities to encourage smoking cessation. Tobacco-free campus policies that prohibit all forms of tobacco product can use support tobacco cessation, reinforce tobacco-free norms, and eliminate exposure to secondhand tobacco product emissions. Counselors can ask clients who smoke cigarettes or use other tobacco products about their interest in quitting while in treatment for substance use disorders.
Thank you for listening. That has been the lead portion. Moving on to the center's programs that we have going on. We have Each One Teach One. Is an after-school program for grades 2nd through 12th grade, Monday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Soul Session through the Eyes of Us is every Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m., which you're watching right now. A behavioral health counselor will be in the center offering drop-in services every Tuesday and Thursday, 1 to 5 p.m. Personal Peace Institute is a free program via Zoom that provides participants with the skills and strategies necessary for recognizing and controlling angry feelings. Youth is on Wednesday, 5 through 6, and adults is Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m.
The Brotherhood and Sisterhood groups are on a break for the next 4 months. During that time, we will have a new support group called Parenting for Success every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. This class will be available in person and online, so mark your calendars and call, email, or walk in to register. The first 5 people to attend 10 classes will receive a gift card. Dance Diverse is a hip-hop and step dance class that allows participants to build relationships, learn leadership skills, and boost confidence. Everyone is welcome. Limited space, however, practices are Fridays from 2:30 to 5 p.m. And then we have History Right Now, a radio show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. with yours truly, Dalen Whitaker, the project coordinator, aka the Chocolate Gummy Bear. Make sure that you tune into the community radio station KOYO 107.1 FM so that you can stream online on KOYO FM and you can listen to some music for the culture.
Hi, if you're listening and you're a part of Black Student Union, or you have a Black high school graduate, please come down to the Breaking Bread Summit on May 28th, next Saturday at MLK Park in Oroville. Please call the center at 530-532-1205 to RSVP to get a plate. Thank you.
Yes. And also, please give us a call at 530-532-1205 if you're interested in signing up to participate, volunteer, or facilitate any of the programs that we have mentioned earlier.